It is unlikely that when Cristina and Adriana first met in 2004 in school in Barcelona, anyone around them would have known that they would be a couple over 2 decades later and that they'd be parents of a beautiful baby girl. But that's exactly what happened. Eventually, friendship led to a relationship, led to moving internationally, and now it sees them being parents who love to travel with their beautiful baby. And she seems to be a pretty good travel companion. Today, the conversation jaunts all around the world, and it is as engaging as you can only hope that it would be. Welcome to the Becoming Baby Ready podcast, your podcast for queer family planning. My name is Sam, and throughout this podcast, you'll hear me have conversations with professionals who work alongside people who want to start and grow their families, as well as parents of intentionally created families. Everyone I speak to identifies as being part of the 2S LGBTQIA+ community. This is your opportunity to learn answers to questions you didn't even know you had. Welcome, everyone. Today, I have the opportunity to be speaking with Cristina and Adriana, and they are currently in London, but that's not always where you'll find them. And they have the Instagram handle Love is Love Around the World, so you'll get why I never know for sure where I'm going to see them. Welcome to the two of you. Thank you for joining me today. Could you tell everyone who you are and about the members of your family?
Yes. Hi, Sam. First of all, thank you so much for inviting us. I'm Cristina.
And I'm Adriana.
And we have a daughter. She's 9 months. She's called Abril, which is kind of the April month in English, but in Spanish. And yeah, it's a happy family of three.
Yeah.
Excellent. And do you live full-time in London then and travel from there?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we are based in London. We are originally from Barcelona. I think because of our accent, people will notice we are not British. But we've been living here for
9 years.
9 years now in London, and then we do the travels from London. Or, for example, this year we did an around the world trip, so it was like longer than our usual travels.
Right.
But yes, usually we go from here.
Yeah.
Now, were you a couple before you moved to London, or did you meet in London?
No, we met at university, so long time ago. We met in 2004 when we started university. We went together to the same class, same thing, but
Yeah.
we started together
together 2018.
2008.
Yeah, 2008, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so you danced around that attraction for a few years, did you?
Yeah, well, I did have a boyfriend before, so
Okay.
yeah, so I had boyfriend for 6 years. And then I
charmed her.
just
Yes,
kind
you
of
did.
fell in love with her. And yeah, and I took at that time I thought it was like a risk. So I took the risk, and I think it's the best decision I've ever made, right? Like we've been together for 19 years? No, 17 years? I never know.
A long time. A long time you've been together. A long time.
Yeah.
And so you met and you happened to be in the same classes and things like that. So you knew you had similar interests, and the friendship just sort of grew and grew until it took that extra step beyond friendship.
Yeah, exactly.
I was scared of him at the beginning, of her at the beginning.
Yes.
So yeah,
because we come from different backgrounds, let's say. So I'm from a small town, kind of that. I don't know how to say it, but like I would like dance music and go to party and all of that, and she would be this kind of pretty girl from the Upper East Side, if you know what I mean. So we were from quite opposite
pretty girls.
Well, she obviously thinks you're the pretty girl, so there's no criticism there.
But yeah, thanks.
And
You're welcome.
what took you to London then? Was it work or just change of
Wow.
scenery?
There is a long story until this time to London. So
Yeah. So we've moved quite a lot.
yeah.
We met in a small town close to Barcelona. Then we lived in Barcelona, but I was living with my parents. Cristina was living in a
Student flat.
student flat. Then we moved a little bit to the south. Then together, this was in 2011.
Then we moved to England for the first time for a year. So while she was studying a master, I decided to leave my work, my job, and move to England to learn English because at that time I wasn't able to speak English at all.
Yeah.
So we did that for a year and a half.
Yeah. Then we went back to Barcelona.
Yes.
And
Stay another year.
And then in 2015, I got a job offer in Ireland. And then we moved there. Well, I moved there, then Cristina moved a little bit.
I quit my job again and moved to Ireland.
I'm seeing a pattern here.
To be honest, we always have to think about whoever have the better job opportunity will follow each other, right?
Sure.
So I guess that's what brings us then to England, I guess.
And then in Ireland, because we were in a small
Town.
it's a small town in Ireland, Cristina wasn't able to find a job. So she finally found a job here in England. So then she moved to England, and then after 6 months,
6 months you moved.
I
I moved to England by myself a week after our wedding. That
Wow.
was interesting.
And did you get married in Ireland, in England, or
No,
in
so we
Spain?
got married in Barcelona.
Okay.
So we kind of got engaged in January and we got married in June. So we had like 6 months to get everything ready. So what we could do is like once a month we would travel to Barcelona, and it was like, okay, venue weekend, dress weekend. Like we had 1 weekend to do everything. And I think we did quite a pretty good job, to be honest.
it was quite a nice
Some
wedding.
people takes like 2 years to organize a wedding, but yeah, no, it was pretty good.
And then since then, we've stayed
Yeah,
same flat,
since then.
same flat, same place. So it's strange of us.
It's been
But
now
yeah,
9 years in the
9
UK.
years in this place. Yeah.
Okay. And somewhere along the pathway, you decided, hey, we're actually living in the same city and we seem to be staying in the same city together a lot. So why don't we start a family then?
Yeah.
It was so we've always talked about having a family and all that, but before our wedding, my dad passed away suddenly. So I wasn't sure if I wanted to be a mom. And Cristina wanted to be a mom because I wanted to be a mom more than she was like, yes, let's build a family.
Right.
So there was a period of time that we were like, no, we won't have
we won't have kids.
Yeah.
Because I never, even when previously I was with men, I never wanted to be a mom or be pregnant. Like I think it's a key point. I never wanted or had that need of like being pregnant or being a mom.
And then I think that during COVID,
Yeah.
COVID changes everything.
It changed everything.
There was like an advert of an IVF clinic here in next to where we live. And then we're like, okay, let's listen to what they offer and all that. So I think that at that point is when we were like, okay,
I think we decided let's have a look into options and maybe get some embryos done now that we are still youngish. And then we can decide in the future if we want to have a kid or not, right? Like just get the embryos done and
yeah. And also I think because we were checking, like there were lots of bucket list things that we achieved that we were like, okay, maybe the next step is having a family, my I so my dad thing it was like 5 years passed by. So I was more into okay, let's have a family.
Yeah.
And then we went to this IVF clinic. I don't know how we call it. Webinar.
Yeah, it was like a webinar, to be
Oh, right,
honest.
because it was COVID.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh, so
exactly.
having a child or having a family had gone back on your bucket list. It had been
Yeah.
it took a small hiatus off the list, then it
Yeah.
came back on. After fair. You needed time to process how you were feeling about the loss of your dad. That makes perfect sense. So you went to the webinar or you watched the webinar, participated.
Yeah. And I think from there, the first thing was, as I said, we were like, okay, let's get embryo frozen. Let's say create the embryos. And then,
Well, first it was more like let's get checked
well, yeah, let's get checked that you can do
that
it.
we have enough eggs or all these
Right.
hormones that you need to get checked. And then both of us because also one thing was if one is, let's say, not healthy, I don't know how to say it, not
No, that makes perfect sense. Some
and the
people
other
have better
is
eggs than the other.
Yeah.
then it will mean that that person will do the embryo freezing and all that. But well, the egg collection and all that. But both of us, we were healthy enough. So because Cristina didn't want to get pregnant, we decided that I was going to be the one doing all for the egg.
I think, I mean, as we are also being honest here, right? I think there was also some, not family pressure, but yeah. You know what I'm gonna say. I think there is this thing with Adriana's family that we believe that if the child was coming from her, they would receive better.
Right.
Versus if it was coming from me, versus with my mom, we knew whoever was
It was a
carrying
grandchild.
or the biological, it would be the same, right?
Yep.
So I think that was one of the reasons as well that was quite heavy on, okay, you try it.
Yeah.
So that the child feels accepted within the family, if that makes sense.
And that's not a rare story. Sadly, it's there's a lot of queer couples that I talk to that feel the same way, and sometimes it's both sides of the family that say, even if they don't outwardly say it, not, they very rarely will they look at you and say, well, if she gives birth to the baby that's her egg, it's not my grandchild. But they say it sometimes with just little suggestions and tones and questions and
Exactly.
right? Yeah.
And another thing I think is we come from a scientific background,
Right.
and my family, let's say, I mean, we have lots of issues and things like that, but my family maybe is less prone, or my genetics are less prone to some diseases
like cancer and all of those. So we thought genetically it's also smarter to go with her genes, I guess.
So that was another. I mean, we are a little bit we were really rational at that time.
Good for you, because not a lot of people are. Most people are pretty emotional more than rational. And logical.
So that was another reason, I think, that's why we decided that I was going to do the
and I think from that webinar, to continue where we left it, was we attend the webinar, then we had some information, we had a first visit with them, and then from that we decided, okay, let's do an egg collection and do the embryos at the same time and froze the embryos. And then we didn't do like a fresh embryo transfer or anything at that time. We just did the egg collection and the embryo freezing.
Yeah.
And then we stopped there. And I think it took us maybe 5 or 6 months to say, okay, let's do it now. Let's start.
Yeah.
So well, let's start. Let's continue.
Let's continue, I guess.
Yes, let's take the next step. But you had to use a donor or you needed to get sperm from somewhere. You had
Exactly.
to fertilize these eggs somehow. Did you use a known donor or an unknown donor? And how did you decide?
So in the UK is different, for example, from Spain. So in the UK, the donor is not 100% anonymous. Like at 18, when Avril is 18, if she wants to know
Who the donor was, she has the right to know,
know.
right? So in Spain, it's completely anonymous and you cannot choose anything. The clinic would provide the sperm sample that they believe, because of your physical appearance, they will choose whatever. Versus here, I think it's quite similar to the US, for example, and I'm not quite sure Canada, but you will go to a donor, sperm donor
bank.
A bank.
bank.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. So we decided to go to Sweden. Is it?
No, Denmark.
Denmark. Because at that time when we were looking at it, of course, the US, you would have full information, pictures, everything, but it was pretty expensive also to send it to Europe at that time.
Yep.
So we decided to go to Denmark. And the first time we were looking at it, we were still within the EU.
Right. I was actually just in my head, I was wondering how that might have played out. So, okay.
Yeah, so we were looking at that and we kind of actually chose one donor, but we were like, okay, let's do it in January. Now it's it's December. Let's go back to Barcelona to spend with family. And when we come back, we'll choose the donor. So that really bad choice with a bit of waiting cost us an extra £1,000 because of Brexit. Then we weren't in Europe anymore, so there was an extra tax anyway. But yeah, it took a lot.
It took us a lot. There's too much.
There is too much information.
Too much information. We were overwhelmed. I think about the
we had pictures, we had the voice, we had the handwriting, we had personality tests, we had all the diseases and from the grandparents, the brother, sister, mom, dad.
Wow.
Whatever disease they had. If they died, why did they die? And you need to have a look at all of that from all of the donors you are interested, if you know what I mean. So then it was a lot.
It was a lot. That's why it took us a lot. So then we chose one. Well, I don't know. We chose one. It's Jabber, I think was the name of the
fictional
fake name of the donor.
Well, at least they give them a fictional name, right? So that you can, so it feels like a person. It's not just this unknown, anonymous, like it's a person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
how we chose it.
Yeah.
And then I know we'll go farther down the way of our experience, but we needed to do a second round, so we decided to change the donor.
Okay.
So, yeah, because this first donor didn't have any child reported. So it could be that for whatever reason, it wasn't us, it was the donor, whatever.
Right.
So then the second time, one of the things that we had into account when looking at the donor was that it had already had pregnancy reported.
Yeah.
That's important. I mean, it's costing you money every time you try it. So
it's
important to try somebody that you know has had some success.
Yeah. So we started the treatment, the egg collection treatment, lots of injections, lots of hormones.
Yeah.
It was good that I'm not scared to needles, and Cristina is not scared of injecting people.
Well, excellent, perfect pair.
So I was like, yeah, do whatever, but I don't want to do it to myself.
So it was like,
she was playing darts with my belly.
No, that's not true.
So yeah, we did the first egg collection. We had quite a lot of eggs,
Yeah,
but
I
not
think
a
we
lot
had
of.
around 16, 14 or 16, but then they weren't mature, which I think it's something that people is not well informed of
Right.
from what you get to what you actually get. The
Right.
numbers decrease like
A
dramatically,
lot.
right? Like we had, I think it was 16 the first time,
Mm.
then it went to 8 mature, and then because we did the sperm
PGA testing.
examination in
Oh,
vitro
yeah.
on the same day,
Right.
then day 3 of embryo, we had 6, I think, and day 5, which is when they froze them, we only had 3. So it was
Okay.
from 16 to 3, right? And you are
Right.
paying all this money and thinking, okay, I only have 3 chances
Yep.
to get pregnant,
Yep.
Yeah,
which unfortunately none of those work for us.
yeah.
Right.
No, yeah. So it was quite a shock. Also because I hope that to other couples or women that do that, it doesn't happen. But in the UK also you can share your eggs.
Mm-hmm.
So, because in the scans I had lots of eggs, just the same day that they were doing to me the egg collection, so the doctor asked me, "Do you want to do egg sharing?" That is like half goes to, and then that reduces the cost of the treatment because you are
Right.
giving half
Right.
of it. But during I don't know, the week or 2 weeks that you are injecting and you go to the clinic to get some scans done and all that, they ask us several times, like, do you want to do egg sharing? And we're like,
No.
no. And being asked the same day when you are
In theater,
in theater,
Mhm.
it was like, I found it like really difficult. So I hope that this experience
to be honest, we had a lot of problems with our clinic.
Mm.
Like they see people as money makers.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't like empathetic with us. They don't they are not careful how they speak to people or how they make you feel. Like I remember one of these times that we wanted to try, we got there when the cycle was gonna start, and we got there and they were like, "Oh, this month you cannot start because your linen is too thick," or whatever it was. And then we haven't even go out of the door and we already received an email saying, "Oh, you need to pay us £200 or whatever it was because of the failure of the cancellation." And it's like, it's not that I want to cancel it. I understand you have your policies, but you could first wait a bit. Second, telling me, I know these haven't gone through, but whatever. That was someone from finance just sending this rude email about, "Oh, you're overdue this money."
Yeah.
It was like, I'm already I'm still in shock that I cannot go ahead this week or this
Right.
month.
Yeah.
So why are you treating me like that? It was so our concerns and bad experience, it was that bad to the point that we end up talking with the director of the clinic for like 2 hours. We were in that room telling us specifically everything that they did wrong, tests that they didn't do at a time, tests that they and were delaying things for us. That one of the third transfer of this cycle, they give it us for free because of how bad they had done things, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we were just there when we were giving feedback, we were just, for now, you already done the bad, right? We just want you not to treat people like that anymore. Like, people have feelings. You go there and you are really vulnerable.
100%. So vulnerable.
You know, you are sad, you are taking hormones, you are crying all the time, and then they go there and it's like, "Oh, this is overdue. If you don't pay me now, I'm not gonna." And it's like, yeah, it's not overdue. Like, it's today, like it's happening, like, you know. And it's just the way they treat people. I don't know if it's the same in other clinics or in
I
other
think a
parts
lot
of
of
the world.
places it is.
Ah.
A lot of places it is. Hold on for just a moment. We'll be right back.
Gaddies. We're the first brand made by and for gay dads, built to celebrate the families we've created. Our tees, hats, and hoodies aren't just clothes. They're conversation starters, connection makers, and reminders that you're part of a bigger community. Whether you're at the playground, the pride parade, or owning the dance floor, Gaddies make sure that you feel seen and celebrated. Find us at HEYGADDIES.com and on Instagram at HEYGADDIES. Gaddies, because every dad deserves his moment.
Because also we had like embryos frozen, do you remember? And we were on holiday. We like to go on holidays.
We
You
like to
do.
travel.
Yeah.
You do.
And we were on holidays, and when I'm on holidays, I don't take calls from any numbers that I don't know.
Right.
And I normally don't check emails. You know, I'm like, I'm on holidays. When I'm back, I'll deal with it. So we had, I think, one embryo left in the freezer, well, in the liquid nitrogen in the freezer. So we had to pay
Like the annual fee to
storage
Oh, right.
fee.
Yeah.
And then they sent an email that I was lucky. I checked, like, if you don't pay by today, we are going to
destroy your embryo.
it. But
It's like, how the hell can you do this? Like, we didn't even know it was due that week or whatever.
and
Like,
we were on holidays, what, 10 days? Like, it was not that they have been calling for
Right.
2 months.
Right.
No, it was like in the
Yeah.
10 days period. And it's like, you cannot be, I've paid, I don't know, by that time, maybe it was
30K.
30K. Do you think that by 200 pounds,
I'm not gonna pay
I'm
you.
not going to pay you the amount of money that this storage fee is versus the amount of money that I've already paid? Do you think I'm not going? So I think was, and the calling, they were calling like, I don't know, it was crazy,
much.
it was too much. And that's one of the things that we told the clinic, that okay, I understand that you make money.
You are a business.
We understand, we both work in
pharma.
pharma, and we know that we are a business, and there are patients that need to be treated, and that costs money. But there's ways and ways of saying,
Dealing with
things.
people. It's just
Yeah.
being nice to people, and
Right.
especially people that at that time is sensible, to be honest.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not the best time of your life. I'm sorry, but it's not the best time of your life. So yeah, so the third attempt didn't work. And then we
thought about changing the clinic.
No, we thought about not.
We thought about not doing it anymore and said,
Right.
that's it.
Yeah,
that's
you
true,
tried
I
it.
didn't.
Not gonna
Yeah.
happen.
Done.
Yeah.
Done. It took us, I think, half a year,
Half a
6
year,
months
yeah.
to say, okay, let's do it again. We thought about changing clinic.
Yeah.
Um,
But because we provide all that feedback and everything, we were like, surely it has improved, right? Like, it didn't, but yeah,
You would hope.
still had bad experiences on the second time, to be honest.
So the second time, it was the same. I was doing the hormone thing for the egg collection. We changed the donor for one that had
Reported pregnancies.
yeah. And then second time, we went for a different treatment, right? So the egg collection was the same, but the like making the embryos,
it was UEI, the one that they do one by one, insemination by one at the lab. So it's not like normal IVF that they would put the eggs and the sperm and they will do the thing. And they do one by one, putting a sperm within all of the eggs that were collected.
Right.
And we,
End up having four embryos day 5. So
yeah, 4 embryos day.
yeah.
So I tried 2 more times and it didn't work. And now I'm laughing, but I was crying at the time.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sure. I'm sure. It's
But the
you're
thing is, the clinic also didn't provide any explanation or didn't do any further tests, because we were asking, why do you think she's not getting pregnant, right? Like
Right.
it's been 5 times now. Like, and they didn't change the protocol. They didn't check for further things if there something was wrong, whatever it was. So at the end, we had 2 embryos left before Christmas, which was the last time we didn't, or she didn't got pregnant.
Yeah.
And I was like, look, I need to finish with this. It's been taking us 3 years now.
right.
I cannot handle this anymore, because also that we do travel a lot for pleasure. I do travel a lot for work. So it was difficult for us to find a slot and find a month and like figure out all the logistics. So I was like, I can't handle this anymore. I'll do it. I'll put the 2 embryos left, see whatever happens.
Might as well go
back in
big.
January, we go big or we go home. So yeah, then in January it was like, yeah, I'm doing it. Like she's tried 5 times. In my mind, I was thinking, there is no way I'll be pregnant, to be honest. Like first time,
Right.
surely
No
not.
needles.
No, they changed my protocol because I said I'm afraid of needles. So I had no injection whatsoever within the whole process.
Only pills.
Only pills.
Okay.
And then got the embryo transferred, 2 embryos. 12 days later, we did the test at home. It was positive. And we were freaking out.
Because
We
now
were
you don't know
like,
how many there are.
yeah, exactly. And I was like, what the hell have I done? Like, I don't want to be pregnant. Like, I don't want to be pregnant. Like, what the hell? And Adriana was like, we can't have twins. We don't fit in this house.
Right.
So we were in that space for, I think it was another week, because the clinic needed to be day, I don't know, 18 or whatever it was to like do the scan. So when we went to do the scan and they said it was just one, Adriana was like, yes.
Yeah.
I still was like, but I am pregnant.
I was but you're still pregnant.
Yeah. It was yeah, that day was
That day was a relief for you,
yeah,
because it
really
was
a
just
relief.
one,
Yeah.
but still wasn't good for me because I was like, they were confirming I was pregnant, which I never wanted to be. So
Right. Oh dear.
it was hard
So
for me as well.
That's just that's
That's
quite
how
a
much I
gamble.
love my family.
That's right.
Yeah.
So
yeah, so then it started like she was pregnant, we were happy because we would have a baby.
yeah.
But then it started, for me personally, it was like a lot of different emotions. I was
Sure.
happy, but I was sad at the same time.
Yep.
I was frustrated because in theory, no, we are born to no, like we're born to get pregnant and deliver babies. That's what I was told.
Mhm.
And I wasn't able to do that for 5 times. So there were a lot of emotions going, and also Christine didn't want to get pregnant, so it was like a lot of different
And I was
emotions.
complaining because I was pregnant, and she was like, yeah, but you can get pregnant, you are fertile, so I'm not. And then it was a difficult situation, to be honest, because
It is.
we were happy about forming a family, but none of us were happy at that time.
That actually makes a lot of sense. And the way you say that is actually resonates really well. You were happy about the family creation that was coming, but how all of it was going about was not something either one of you chose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I did say I'll do it, but of course I did say that thinking it's not gonna happen.
Right.
Yeah. So then I actually had a really bad pregnancy. Like the
Mm.
first trimester, I actually lost weight. I lost 5 kilos because I was like throwing
Wow.
up all the time. I couldn't eat anything. So that even make it worse,
Right.
the saying I'm pregnant and I'm having all of that. Second trimester was okay, and then the third one was like too heavy, and like I just want to
Yeah.
deliver this baby once and for all.
Yeah. So
And then Avril came to our life, and that was another stressful moment. I think the day of her birth, I don't think it's been happy for neither of us, to be completely honest. Because I had a planned C-section, which they made me stay, they make us go to the hospital at 7 a.m.
Mhm.
And we didn't have the C-section until 4 p.m.
And you weren't
No
allowed to
food,
eat anything all the time,
no
right?
food, no drink, nothing. I was like so dizzy at that time. Then they needed to try the epidural twice because the first time didn't put the needle where they needed to put the needle. Then after delivering the baby, I had a very bad reaction to the anesthesia. So I was like vomiting and really, really bad. And they were like, oh, get the baby. And I was like, I don't want the baby. I feel bad. Like, I just want to be okay with myself first and then whatever. So then Adriana needed to get the baby.
yeah, and I've never, like, my friends have had kids and all that, and the first baby I hold was Avril, and because I didn't want to hold babies, I was scared of babies, and of babies especially not holding their head. That for
Right.
me, that's so. Avril was just born. Cristina was dizzy, vomiting, and then they were like, "Here you have your baby," and I'm like, "I'm not."
No, 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 no.
No, I'm not ready. I'm not ready for this. So yeah, it was a really difficult day.
She didn't know if taking care of me, take care of the
Yeah,
baby. Like,
I wasn't sure what
Yeah.
I had to do. And because before that day, it was 100% what Cristina needs. If she's sick, I'll be there for her.
Yeah.
But now I had
this thing in my arms.
thing that was crying crazy because she was really hungry because that and they were like, don't give her a lot of milk, or don't. I didn't even know how to give her milk because we bottle feed her.
Yeah.
And we decided that, so it was like I don't know what to do.
Mhm.
So yeah, so the nurses at the hospital,
Yeah, they were nice.
they were really nice, and because they could see
How stressed we were.
yeah
The sheer
said,
panic
okay.
in your eyes.
Yeah, they sent Adriana home. And one of the nurses said, you go to sleep and I'll take care of the baby. I'll feed her, I'll change her, and I'll put her to sleep. And if she cries during the night, I'll be around. So you just rest.
Right.
So that was good.
in the UK, you don't have
yeah.
a room for yourself. Yeah.
Oh, you're in a ward with other people.
Yeah.
So you are in a ward. Yeah,
With
exactly.
6
of us.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you don't have a bed, like the
I had a bed,
delivery
but there
mom.
wasn't a bed for the partner, if that makes
Right.
sense.
Yeah.
Whereas, for example, if we would have had birth in Spain, you would have your own room, and
That's
a standard, right? Even
Yeah.
for public health.
yeah. So that was why I think the nurse was like, go home and come back tomorrow, and I'll take care of
Everything.
Cristina and the baby. And that's what I did.
Yeah.
And Cristina slept, you
I slept very well.
Excellent. There you go. Excellent. But now Abril is here
Yeah.
and you've healed from your cesarean birth and
Yeah.
you are comfortable holding a baby now, Adriana. And the three of you are off gallivanting around the world again. So clearly she's just been like happy to tag along with you because she always seems, and all of you, the both of you seem to be very happy when you post about your adventures and you have a baby with you. So clearly it's not
Yeah.
something that's been difficult to do.
I think we were very lucky to be like, we were very, very lucky. The first 3 months, she was like, I think the perfect baby. Like, you know, in the UK, it's very common to have or to do this parenting, if you want to call it like that, parenting course before having the baby, which everyone kind of does. And that's what became your group of parents where you rely on and all of that, right? So we are a group of 6 families or 6 parents, and all of them were saying, oh, we can't sleep, we can't do that, like whatever. And we were like, we slept the whole night. We like, she was so well behaved. She ate, she slept, she like,
Yeah,
she didn't cry too much. And I think that was one of the things that make us to decide, because I always said, well, so if I have the full, because in the UK, you have a full year of maternity leave, and then you can come back to your previous role within that 1 year, right? So I was like, okay, if I have that, we need to go to travel. Like, I cannot lose my time staying at home, like, you know.
Right.
So because she was really good, then we were like, let's go to do an around the world trip. Like, that's gonna be a one in a lifetime opportunity. She travels for free now. So flights are free, hotels are free. She didn't eat, so that was an easy one.
So yeah,
Everyone said we were crazy, like our moms, family, friends, like, oh, and what are you gonna do with the baby in Malaysia or Indonesia, or, you know? And we were like, I don't know, we'll see on the go, like, you know.
yeah.
So
We were not scared. I think
yeah,
we didn't think that she could potentially be sick at some point, or we didn't think. We just went with the flow, and if she was sick, then we would give her something or comfort her or whatever.
she wasn't sick.
Fortunately for us, she wasn't sick.
Yeah, no.
So it was a
Phew.
good thing.
It was good. We did like a almost 3 months around the world trip. It was easier, I think,
Than expected.
I'm thinking that also the time frame was perfect, 3 to 6 months. I think now it would be much more difficult because now she crawls and she eats food and she wants to eat what we eat.
Yeah.
So that would be more difficult probably, but that doesn't really stop us, right? Like, we just came back from a holiday in Mallorca in Spain. We're going to Greece next month. So it's not actually stopping us for,
No, but maybe an around the
yeah,
world.
maybe an around the world I wouldn't do right now.
Yeah, wait a little bit.
Wait a little bit, at least till she can tell you she's hungry, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, we are happy. She's a really we moan quite a lot, but she's quite good.
Like, she sleeps from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Like,
yeah.
literally. She eats everything with, like, we give her everything for food wise.
Yeah, and she loves eating.
And she loves eating. She loves being outdoors. I think one of the things of the travel that I can see from other kids is that she relates with people, has relationship with people, even if she doesn't know them. She would smile, she will go with them, she's not crying for being with someone that she doesn't know, right? Because of course during the travel we had some babysitters around, because otherwise we wouldn't have time as a couple, which I think one of the things we try to do is still have time as a couple, because we believe it's really, really important. But if you're alone around the world, you need to hire people to help you around, right? So she's good with that, and then she loves the outdoors.
Yeah, she loves being outside.
She's a water baby too. Like
She is a
I
water
love the
rat.
pictures you post. She loves the water, clearly.
Yeah, she started swimming lessons when she was 5 weeks.
Oh.
People told me you are crazy, and I was like, no, like, because she wasn't even vaccinated or anything, right? So people was like, she's gonna get disease, she's gonna get ill, whatever. She never did. Like, she loved water, and I think because we started so early during the trip, she was perfectly fine. We went to different pools. She went to the sea, went with a boat, like, you name it. So
Yeah, she loves water.
I'm not gonna say she swam with
With sharks.
I'm not gonna say that because people will think I'm a bad mom, but probably she did, and probably she touched a manta ray as well.
But maybe not. Who knows?
Maybe not. Who
Maybe
knows?
not. Who knows?
Maybe not.
Yeah, but she's really good. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's a good girl.
Hey, well, she's
Like
got
us.
some good
Like
she's got some
us.
good role models. Exactly. And so, next on your list of trips is Greece. Is that what you just said?
Yes.
Perfect. So no slowing down. You just happen to have the neat thing about it is that with all the travels that you've done up to the around the world trip, you were doing them as a couple. Now you're doing them as a family, and you're going to be looking for and exploring different things than you would have done. So you can
Oh, definitely.
go back and see the same kinds of places you've been before because now you're seeing them through a toddler's eyes or a child's
Yeah.
eyes, right?
I think there is different things we're looking now in a hotel.
Yes.
Before it was like spa and like sunbeds and all of that. Now it's more, do they have babysitter? Do they have
Right.
kids club? Do they have private pool?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the few
Fair.
things.
Those are all very valuable things to be looking for though when you're traveling with a child. And are you able to have your Instagram like you see different travel Instagram accounts and people do that professionally. That is part of what they do to earn an income. Can this work for you in that type of a facet as well, or do you just do it because you love doing it?
I think at the moment we just do it because we do the travel, so we do it. I mean, we would love to be able to earn money from our Instagram account and stuff, but I think we may not have the knowledge to know how to do it properly. And either, for example, during the trip, we were recording a lot of content because we wanted to do YouTube videos. So we have all the content recorded, but then none of us know how to edit the videos and all of that. And also, being honest, we are too lazy to learn. So it's a shame because we have all that content.
Right.
And I posted many times on our Instagram account, does someone knows how to do? I don't even mind paying someone to do it, but like,
you just like to have it somewhere.
Exactly.
We will do it.
Yeah, you say it every time she says, no, we'll do it because that can be an
No, but
sort of
it's as well something for us and for Avril when
she grows up,
when she
that she
grows
has all
up.
those recording.
Yeah, in a nice way, because she won't have
No, she won't.
she
they
won't
don't have photo albums the way we had photo albums growing up
it's
and
not
stuff like that.
Oh, do you remember? No, it will be like,
yeah.
But I think videos, and it's always fun to see videos when.
But she's not on any of those videos.
But she will see us.
Yeah, that's
She will.
Because that's one of the things is that we are trying, even though it's like a family Instagram and it would be a YouTube channel account as well. We try to, at the moment, protect her identity and then let her to decide at the time if she wants to show herself or not.
That makes sense.
I respect anything. I have friends that they have their kids on the internet and it's fine. I think for us, it works best this way. And let her decide by the time.
It's trickier.
It's trickier because it's so difficult, like to make pictures and post reels that are videos that she doesn't show her, like turns around or things like that. But have fun making those.
Our choice.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely, it's your choice. And the more you practice with the technology, you'll find ways to have her in it and cover her face up. I have
I mean,
confidence.
yeah. If someone is listening this podcast and know how to edit videos, let us know. It needs to be Spanish speaking though, because the videos we decided to go with Spanish
Mhm.
instead of English. So our Instagram account is English, but
Mhm.
the YouTube channel we decided let's go with Spanish because
Yeah.
it's also easier for us.
Sure. Well, and then once you get into it, and at some point you will decide you do want to put these all together and throw them up, and you could always do English voices with Spanish voices with English subtitles or something, or
Yeah,
whatever,
exactly.
to make it accessible for everybody. Before I let the two of you go back to your evening together while you have a sleepy child, could you tell me what is your very favorite part of parenting, Abril?
Wow.
I think when she smiles, see
Mm,
her when she smiles for things that I find so like that I wouldn't smile as an adult. And
Like the
think,
innocence,
yeah,
right?
and thinking that when do we lose that?
Mm.
When exactly in our
yeah.
life we lose this yeah
Yeah.
this
No,
Yeah, the
spark. I
innocence
don't know
and
how to say it, but
yeah.
that
No, I get that. We become desensitized, you're right, and we don't smile so much at the little simple things that as a child brought us great joy,
yeah.
the wonder. Yeah. No, I like that. That's very cool. And what about you?
you took that from me now. I think now that she is slightly older, I like, and you'll see what I mean. Sometimes when she is like tired or crying or whatever, she wants me, and then she kind of hugs me a bit,
Mm,
and that moment is like priceless.
yeah.
Because I mean, I'm an honest person, right? And I'm quite I don't like to not tell the truth to other people that is thinking on having kids. Like it's hard,
Sure.
right? And I spend a lot of time like nervous and having like attacks of like I don't want to see you anymore and all of that. But then when she comes and kind of hugs you as a comfort, that moment is like, okay, she really wants me. Like,
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
that bit, I think it's what makes the other things not being as bad.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true. And some days when the days are 150% of go, go, go and on, you need those hugs to remind you
Exactly.
of the good stuff too. Because it's exhausting.
I don't think she even realized about because she's 9 months, right? Like it's
Right.
not that she comes to you and hugs you,
Right.
but it's like this little soft putting her head on your arm and like, yeah, those little things. I think that's what I like the most. Of course, when she smiles as well.
Yes. Both. All of it.
Yeah.
Thank you both so much for taking time out of your evening to chat with me tonight and sharing your story of family creation. I really appreciate it.
No, thank you to you for your platform and supporting all those people that are thinking to start the same journey or are going through the same or similar things. I think it's really important to have that view of what people is going through. I think we didn't have that, and it would have helped us to see other people's struggles and how they overcome it and things like that. So thank you for what you are doing, actually.
Yeah,
I really
thanks so much.
appreciate it. I really appreciate it. And I will put your social media link in the show notes because everybody needs to see all the places that you travel.
Thanks.
As a queer individual with colonial lineage, I want to first acknowledge the land upon which I live and work. Being from what is now known as Burlington, Ontario, I recognize the original ancestry of these lands as they span from Lake Ontario to the Niagara Escarpment and beyond. These lands are steeped in Indigenous history that benefits my community every day. The territory is mutually covered by the Dish with One Spoon Wampum Belt Covenant, an agreement between the Iroquois Confederacy, the Ojibwe, and other allied nations to peaceably share and care for the resources around the Great Lakes. I would like to acknowledge that the land on which I stand is part of the treaty lands and territory of the Mississaugas of the Credit. The land dictates everything about our ways of being. Particularly, the land teaches us about fluidity. Concepts of the binary system and heteropatriarchy were imposed by the colonials who were, at the same time, removing children from their homes, families, and all that was familiar to them. These same children were divided by the only two prescribed binaries recognized by the settlers, and they were forced to conform to a performative, gendered falsehood. The land doesn't operate under binary thinking. It is diverse, complex, and unpredictable at times. Rather, the land holds us and all of our remarkable paths and identities. Every organism and spirit has a purpose. It is from this understanding that I strive to live and grow. Thank you for joining me today on the Becoming Baby Ready podcast. If you have a story that you'd like to share, or you know someone who might, if you're a professional who works in the capacity of helping people start and grow their families, and you identify as being a part of the 2S LGBTQIA+ community yourself, then please don't hesitate to reach out. We always have room for more stories to share, and there's always more learning to do.